Really good blood all the way through. Oh man, what a morning. Like unreal. So I totally came to this spot on a hunch. I got no trail cameras in here this year. I set up this tree stand like 2 seasons ago and never did get a chance to sit in it. But this morning I'm like, you know what? It's in a good pinch point. I've got food to the south, bedding to the north. Let's give it a shot. So I came in this morning, man, and right at daybreak I had action. Like 2 does came in downwind of me, unfortunately. Got real close, spooked out. And then I did some rattling, and sure enough, 10 minutes later, I hear some footsteps coming through the leaves, and there appear these two little bucks, and I just watched them. One was missing an antler, and then I caught another deer coming through the woods out to my upwind. So perfect, and it was a little bit bigger buck, and I decided, you know what, it's with a bow. I don't care how big he is. I'm gonna take him. So he walked into my shooting lane, and I let the arrow fly. So it looked good. I seen a blood coming out of the area where I was hoping to hit. So I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna review the footage. He went in behind here and bedded down. So I'm hoping that we'll have an expired deer here right away. Yes. Huge Nuge Outdoor Ventures. Another bow buck down. Yeah. Okay, so I just reviewed the footage, and during the arrow flight, it hit a twig. So it put it a little bit low from a tree stand perspective. Still high enough that I think I caught a one long for sure, hopefully two. I seen him walk down in bed back there, so I'm just gonna give him some time here and see what transpires, and hopefully in an hour or so here I'll get down and find a dead buck. So here's praying. All right, as you can see, the buck is still trying to make its way. It's getting up, walking 10 yards, dropping back down. I've seen him do that twice now, so I'm a little nervous about the shot now. I do still think it's going to expire, just taking a little longer than I was hoping or expecting. So we'll just hang out in this tree and be patient and do the right thing, and give it time to expire instead of getting out early and pushing it. So let's hang out, see what happens. Hi.
Hi.
Guess who got a buck?
Howdy, Daddy.
Yay!
Daddy got a deer, I see. Daddy, see you.
You can't see me?
We can't see.
That's okay. Daddy got a big buck.
Daddy got a big buck. He's gonna bring it soon, and you're gonna see it.
I see he's in his toy box.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, I'm gonna get down and go look for him.
Okay.
Okay?
I love you.
Okay, love you too.
Bye.
Bye. Every buck's a big buck to my son. Good blood right there. All right, well, here we are back out in the field. It's 8 hours later. I just called it and said, you know what, I'm gonna head back in for lunch and hang out with the kids and the family and just play the waiting game, give that buck some time to do its thing and hopefully expire. So I think that was the right choice instead of pushing them up out of beds and pushing them all over the country and potentially losing the buck. So what my plan is here is this is the closest water source to where I shot the buck. Usually a wounded buck will try to find water. So my game plan is to start here, work my way back towards where I shot the buck, which the wind will be in my face the whole time. So that should help me hopefully get a little bit closer if I do push him up out of a bed and potentially have a shot opportunity if it's needed. I'm probably about 1 kilometer away from where I last saw blood, so I got a little bit of a hike through the woods here, but I think it'll pay off, and hopefully we'll find a dead buck down at the end of this trail. So let's start the journey. Yes! That's the exit wound. Arrow stuck in him the whole time. There's the entry wound. Not bad, all things considering. Alright, here we are. Found the buck, and I'd have to say he's the smallest buck I've ever shot, but one that I'm definitely proud of. Any game you take with your bow is a success to be proud of. Doesn't matter the size of the antler. It's all about the hunt, the perseverance, and the adventure. And this one was a lot of hard work put in to get an opportunity, so I'm quite happy. And it was a lot of fun. Actually, the hunt was pretty good. Once daybreak happened, there was just fast and furious action. Had about a total of 8 deer come through, 3 of them being bucks, and actually this one was the biggest of all 3, believe it or not. So a nice little spot to sit. I went in on a hunch, and glad I followed that instinct. So it was pretty fun. There was about 1,000 or more geese flew by as I was waiting for him to expire. That was pretty cool to see. And then I just felt like it wasn't a good shot. As you could see in the footage, the arrow did hit a branch and deflected the flight of the arrow, went a little bit low, a little bit further back than I was aiming. But definitely blessed to have had the arrow land where it did, and still in the kill zone. And I decided to back out, spent about 8 hours at home, came back, put the search on him, and found him in the bedding area that I had thought he might end up in. So it all worked out in the end, and I'm super happy and super pumped to have my second bow buck down. And I was using my Bowtech Assassin, using the maximum red arrows with 100 grain Grim Reaper whitetail special broadhead. So it all did the job, and I'm thankful that I got to recover this little guy. So thanks for joining Huge Nuge Outdoor Adventures. Hunt safe, have fun, and God bless. Good thing he's small. Before you get it home, you gotta make it legal.